and welcome back. This is Nichol's Cryptid Catchers by Total Party Krit. I am Dengle, your storyteller for the evening. Before I introduce the rest of the cell, a note. This may contain some material and content that some people might find disturbing or just makes them feel uneasy. If this happens to you and you feel like you need to take a minute and come back or just skip over it, by all means do. Your mental health and your physical health are far more important than a game. So, with that said, joining me tonight is Faye playing Gladys.
Hello, you got my name right.
Yes, I did. Buttons playing Rose.
Heyo.
And then Nen playing Edgar Stephen.
Alright.
Yeah, it's Edgar. So, you had fun last time, did you not?
That's a word for it.
You were sent up to Vermont to investigate some issues with some cows. Upon arrival, you got a small tour of the facility. You figured out like everything was up to par and on level with what was supposed to happen. At least to make sure the cows aren't like getting sick or anything like that. And then they had this big, like, welcome feast, basically, what it is. Went to sleep, and then pigs started happening, sort of. Something attacked a cow while you were there. And as such, you went and investigated with your newfound friend and a security guard. The trailer flipped over that you were on and stampede. And I believe we left off with trying to find a trail for where this thing went, correct?
So I was the missing security guard.
Right. Did I get all the high points?
I believe so.
That sounds about right.
Okay. So, as stated, we left off with you trying to find a trail to find the security guard and find the thing. Who would like to lead the search party if you want to actually go?
Edgar will lead.
Okay. Give me wits and survival, please. Because there is kind of a trail to follow from the security guard's things.
3 successes.
3 successes. You kind of get led in a general direction across the pasture. It's not necessarily going in any specific direction toward like any structure or anything. It's not going toward a thicket. It's just kind of going until the trail just goes cold. Seems like there's nothing else there.
Can Edgar check the trees to look up above us, see if there's anything?
Yeah. If everybody would like to give me a wits and awareness, because I'm sure you all followed.
Starting off the night strong with a 5 out of 5 dice.
Excellent. Rose got 4.
Edgar got another 3.
Okay. So, Edgar, you are kind of looking around. You're looking up. Nothing there. Rose, you're on high alert, but it's more so to make sure nothing sneaks up on you. Gladys, on the other hand, you're kind of aiding Edgar a little bit. And while he's looking up, you're looking down. And you almost trip over a steel plate in the middle of the pasture. Extremely well hidden. Almost impossible to actually see. Except for this little metal ring attached to a chain that's about 6 inches long.
Can I pull it?
Okay. Give me a strength and athletics, please.
Oh, that's not great. 2 out of 2.
Okay. It would seem that it is heavy, too heavy for you.
Edgar, come help me with this.
Alright.
Oh, did you find something?
Maybe.
Okay.
Two.
You can't get a good grip on it. The chain's not very long, like I said. And you just kind of like grab and yank and your hand just slips off of it.
Come on, Rose, show us how it's done.
I mean, I'll try. It's not really my thing, but I'll try.
Well, I happen to have a crowbar on you. What do you, Gladys?
I don't know. Would I?
I believe you have improvised gear, so if you would like to roll that, you can.
What would I roll for that? I don't know.
I believe it.
Yeah. Someone's gonna have to open the book and look.
Yeah, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it is like intelligence and like streetwise or something. I know it's a real simple roll. I just don't remember exactly what it is.
That's also to make things, not see what you have.
Yeah, but this is just one of those. Do I have it? Because make a lever.
Or even if not that, you said it had a ring in it, like some sort of metal bar or something to put in it so we can grab it.
Yeah, just something long enough for a handle is what I'm thinking.
Edge tool for improvised gears, intelligence plus craft, technology, or science.
Okay, so intelligence and whichever is highest between craft, technology, and science.
That would definitely be craft, which I guess would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Even without the craft dice, or the specialty. Five with a crit.
Okay, so yeah, you absolutely have a couple different things. You've got about an 18-inch piece of rebar.
Sure.
You've got a crowbar. You've got just like an aluminum tube.
Yeah, I also had the bolts too, if worse comes to worse. So while Rose is doing that, Gladys will be digging through her bag.
So, if you're using the makeshift handle, you can get a bonus dice. You can actually get a good hold of it this time.
I think Edgar's probably the best one for this, though.
Yes. Because Rose rolled a 2.
I only have 2 dice.
Edgar gets 4, but it's still double whatever everyone else got. 3 successes.
That is enough. You actually get it propped up a little bit, and then you're like, all right, cool, and I can like grab underneath it. and it's got like an actual handhold that you can grab hold of, and you flop it up, and it makes no sound whatsoever.
Oh, that's well maintained. Flashlight down it? Do we have a flashlight? I think we have a flashlight.
Yep, you've got a flashlight. Flashlight down it, and it is just a dirt tunnel. There is not a ladder, and it goes straight down.
A dirt tunnel with a metal cover?
Yes.
That's weird. Is Paul with us?
Yes, he is. And he just kind of looks at it and says, well, I'm not going down there.
Is this something you guys do?
No. But I
Oh.
mean, we do have kind of a drainage system underneath the field to keep it from flooding. We do have drains. It's just that they're about 4 inches around, and they're interspersed throughout the entire pasture, so they don't hurt the cows or anything.
Would this maybe be part of it?
I mean, it could lead to the main drain. Who knows?
But you guys don't have the metal covers for them.
I mean, they're metal drain covers, but like I said, they're about 4 inches around.
Right. This one,
They're
though.
small.
You don't have this one. I'm assuming it's large
No.
enough that we could actually, fit down it.
Yeah, all three of you could probably go down it all at once.
Oh, so it's big.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, we could probably send someone down if we had, a tractor or something to tie a rope off to. I'm not going.
I'll do it.
Of course you will.
I'm obviously going down.
I mean,
It'd probably be smart to at least have someone stay on the surface and keep an eye out for something coming the other way.
I can get the tractor and bring it over here. It does have that busted tire, though.
As long as you think it'll
Sure.
hold 2 people.
Oh, yeah.
You just need some rope.
Yeah, we pull cows out of mud holes, so with it. So yeah, it'll hold all three actually.
Yeah. How much do you have rope? How much rope do you have?
Oh, I can get some. Pretty sure you don't want to wrap the chain around you.
No, probably not.
Not particularly.
Yeah, that starts to hurt. So just give me a minute, and I'll be back. And yeah, he heads off into the darkness.
So part of the reason I don't want to go down or have all of us go down is because I don't quite trust him, and someone should probably stay up top so he doesn't cut the rope or anything. Look, I don't want
also a
another
fair
gym incident.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. I mean, there's been nothing else weird since that, has there? He hasn't, come back to haunt you or anything, has he?
Not since that nightmare. But I'm not saying Jim himself. I don't want another problem with the person that we're working with.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. And I'm sure there will be at some point, but
Yeah, but let's not do it in a hole we don't know how deep it is.
that is... Yes. Yes.
And we have no way of knowing how else to get back up. So...
We'll figure it out. We can do this. We got this.
So yeah, About 15 minutes goes by, and the sun you can see is starting to come up a little bit now. And he comes back with about 150 feet of rope, and the tractor, and actually a winch. It's like, well, so the idea that I've got now is I'll send the winch hook down with you, but I'll keep the end of the rope up here with me, and well, I guess you, Gladys. And if you need to come up faster, I'll hop on the tractor and drive it backwards. Pull Gladys, you pull the winch in. If you can just climb up by yourself, then you can just let you climb up the rope.
My noodle arms aren't good for climbing.
Oh no, we'll knot it up and all that fun stuff, so it'll make it easy for him. So yeah, he spends the next like 20 minutes making knots in the rope and like getting the winch cable down, or ready to go at the very least. He pulls the tractor up about 5 feet from the hole. He's like, "All right, I don't really have anything for you two to like sit on, so you can, I guess, make a loop in the rope and sit on that and hold onto the cable."
All right.
Works for me.
So yeah, he gets that all rigged up, and like I said, rope's tied to the tractor, and down you two start to go. It's not super deep. The cable on the winch is, you'd estimate, about 50 feet. It's not super long enough though. And you have plenty of slack when you get down there. It's only about 35, 40 feet deep. And you come down to a stone floor. It looks like a natural formation. Looks like just either an old underground like river tunnel or just a cave of some sort that runs underneath the pasture. What would Rose and Edgar like to do?
Check for any more of the security guard clues.
Okay, so since Gladys isn't down there, I'm sure both of your wits are higher. So give me wits and awareness.
Two.
4.
Okay, so Edgar, you're last time you spent any considerable amount of time underground, it was not a good experience, so you're a bit uneasy. Rose, on the other hand, you live for the shit. You find a sleeve of security guard, and then a shoe, then part of their pants. But it all seems to be going one direction.
Is there like a trail of blood following all of the clothing, or is it just the clothing?
It seems to be just the clothing currently.
Hey, Edgar, I think it's this way. And she'll point down the trail of clothing pieces.
Alright, done.
So continuing on down, you find a couple other small pieces. And then you find something that you probably were fearing, but you kind of knew was coming. You find him. He's not in the same shape as like the cow is or was. It looks like he was viciously mauled. He is, however, covered in blood, and it seems to be all in that specific area. If you would like to, give me an intelligence and medicine.
I got nothing.
I got a failure.
Okay, so nothing for both of you. That's good. So the body seems mangled to you guys. But there is no sign of Pigman.
Well, this is... man. I almost... No, this is just gross, man. I think we should...
Are you able to sense anything? That weird thing you can do?
I mean, I can try, but it kind of looks like it's just you and me in the room. I mean, I'll try. And Rose will activate Sense the Unnatural to see if there's anything weird that's hidden close by.
Okay. You don't sense anything close by. You get the very faint smell of bacon, which is a bit unsettling. But that's about it.
I'm not getting anything close by, and I mean, I've kind of been having trouble with that while we've been here. There's something weird about this place. It like dampens my ability to feel things. It's weird.
I can Edgar, see if there's anything physically noticeable.
Okay. Give me intelligence and academics or science.
I'm burning the willpower. 3 successes.
3 successes. You're kind of like shining the flashlight around, and while nothing necessarily stands out to you, you realize that the natural rock formations have a bit more of a metallic shine to them than normal. Offhand, you don't know exactly what that metal is, but that could potentially say something about why Rose's woogie stuff isn't working quite as well as it normally would. It also could be a coincidence.
Best I can figure is that maybe this rock has something to do with this, but I'm not exactly a geologist.
You think we should take a sample and bring it back to Gladys? Maybe that's something we can look into?
Sure. Any loose rocks hanging around?
Oddly, seems to be fairly clean. However, you could potentially break a chip off the wall if you wanted to.
Give it a try.
Okay. Give me a... Just to be nice, your dexterity's higher, right?
Yes.
Okay. So give me a strength and dexterity, actually.
Great.
That's enough. You get... It's not a huge chip off, but you get something big enough to be able to know what you're looking at. It's a lot more dense than you would expect it to be. When it breaks off and you kind of like pick it up in your hand, it's only about a quarter size, but it feels substantial.
Let's see what she can make of this.
We might also want to talk to her about maybe having someone... Well, wait, no, he's the animal guy. Someone should definitely look at the body before we move it, I think. See if we can gauge how he died. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but I mean, like, if there's anything in particular, like with the hole in the head with the cows.
Alright.
Okay. So heading back up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would you like to climb or would you like the winch?
Rose will climb, because it'll probably take time to reset the winch.
Edgar will also climb.
Okay. No athletics checks needed. It's knotted well enough that you can, since both of you kind of know what you're doing, at the very least, you can make your way. By the time you get back on the surface, the sun has crested the horizon. The pasture has a bit of a frosty mist coming off of the grass, but all is quiet.
So, bad news or worse news?
I mean, I assume the guy's dead. Sorry, Paul. I mean, we kind of figured that already.
Yeah, no, the worst news is, it looked pretty messy.
Glad I didn't go.
Yeah, hey, Edgar, can you show her the rock?
Yeah, I'll pass the rock to Glass and ask her if she can make anything of it.
Cannot make anything of it.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence or academics. Intelligence and academics or science.
Do I get the metallurgy?
Yes.
Cool. It is 3.
You've been around enough different materials. That is whatever the rock is. You don't really know what it is offhand, but you know that it is interlaced with tungsten.
Oh, wow. Where did you find this?
There's a whole river cave system down there. We found it lining the walls.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We think that might be what's interfering with my weird sixth sense thingy.
So, like, I don't know entirely what this is, but this definitely has some tungsten mixed in with it.
Might be worth looking into if this pig man thing, is that what you said it was, Edgar?
Yep.
If they're trying to move around without being detected and my sensey thing can't do its thing with that rock around, that might be helping them kind of quote unquote cloak.
I wonder if there's more of these tunnels around some of the other cows.
With the...
Where they were
Sorry, go
killed.
Paul at this point hops off the tractor and he's like, well, we can probably have our hands go up and look for them.
That'd be helpful.
Yeah. Look for anything. We haven't even thought about looking for stuff like this. It's not like we come out here and mow or plow or anything, so it's not like we have to.
Right, and I assume that if you didn't put them out there, why would you even think about them being there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if they could search, that'd be very helpful.
Well, yeah, we can definitely make that happen.
How far did you guys go down there?
40 feet.
Not down, like out.
Oh, out?
Not super far.
Wasn't too far. Maybe 20, 30 feet again. It wasn't too big.
Did it go off in both directions or just one direction?
It was one direction, right? Or two? Two.
Huh. I wonder if there's any cross points later on.
Might be.
It's too bad those pack sets aren't smaller and, like, mobile and personal.
True. Although maybe that's something you could work on.
Maybe. Probably not. Too many other things to work on.
You never know.
So...
Yeah?
So you said you wanted somebody to come look at the body before moving it, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Might be a good idea.
So if we get like the fire station guys to come out and take a look at it, because I mean, it's kind of half of what they do. They transport for the morgue too. That might do well, yeah.
Probably, and it would also probably do good to have a report of what happened.
Oh yeah, they're gonna ask about that when they see the body.
Oh no. If I tell them what happened, it'll be fine. They won't need to talk to you guys.
Oh, I just meant a report in general.
Oh, we can worry about that later. As far as what we need to pay and all that fun stuff. It'll be in that report, and then we can submit that to other people as well. So I'm sure you three are probably pretty tired. Probably need to get a little bit of rest, yeah?
Sleep would be nice. We kind of slept in a shift last night, just in case something happened.
Okay. I'll make sure that you're up by 2 in the afternoon. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That'd be great.
Okay. Also, when we get back to the milk house, make sure that you go talk to the nurse. Make sure any of your cuts or scrapes or bruises are taken care of.
Okay.
Um, so you guys hop back on to actually probably the truck because he drove the truck out there. And he takes you back up to the milk house. You get checked out, and anybody that sustained any damage, you can take 1 point of that off prior to sleeping. So, is anybody doing anything either before they sleep, before they rest, while they rest?
No.
Rose is probably just gonna pass out.
Then I'll Edgar.
Okay, so go ahead and take off any, or well, one more additional point of damage if you have it, and restore 1 point of willpower if you are missing any. Who has lost sanity in the last 24 hours?
Edgar had, but because of the redemption thing, he gained that sanity back.
Okay. Your sleep is
Same.
still racked with nightmares of whatever that was. And Gladys, yours is plagued with pigs.
Yeah, I was already down 1 anyway, so I'm at 4 still.
Yeah. So a bit of a restless sleep, but it's good enough for what it's worth, at least. You wake up, and lunch is provided. It's simple. It's just roast beef, sandwiches. However, it would seem that your veterinarian friend is currently actually at the hospital due to his injuries. But to be fair, he got stomped on by a cow. But Paul comes up and he kind of sits with you. He's tries to figure out exactly what happened the night before because they still have to give the full story to who is now the widow, unfortunately, of the security guard. However, he does inform you that the fire and rescue team / cadaver transport is just about there, and if you would want to go investigate with them, you are more than welcome.
Rose will certainly go.
Then I'll Edgar.
Yeah, I guess Gladys will go.
Okay. You kind of get your stuff ready, and I assume you take all of your things with you this time.
Yes.
Okay. By the time you get out there, they're setting up like an actual lift, like a crank lift and all that fun stuff. And it's just 3 older gentlemen, probably late 40s, early 50s. Big old bushy beards. They all probably drink and eat a little bit too much. But they're nice enough to say hi, introduce themselves. They ask exactly what they're in for, because they didn't really get a good briefing prior, but still willing to go.
It's a mess.
Well, I'm sure it's can't be any worse than what the mountain lions do sometimes, so it's fine.
I mean, have you seen what wild pigs do?
Yeah, it's about the same as mountain lions.
Yeah. Yeah, think about like that.
So, who all is going down this time?
Roseville, of course. Oh, looks like we're all going.
Okay. So everybody piles onto this lift, and it has to take a couple trips. You guys are the last ones down. And by the time you get down there, they've got lights strung up, a small generator that's vented to the surface. So you can at least see the cave a little bit better. It is the same dark gray metallic shine. The floor it looks almost swept. It's so clean. There's no obvious signs of regular traffic, but it certainly is much, 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 much cleaner and tidier than it should be. Would you all like to investigate the body again? Or for the first time?
Gladys will take a couple of minutes to, psych herself up to do it, but yes.
Edgar will check again.
Okay. So, intelligence and medicine, please.
Two.
No successes.
Seems fitting. And 2 will get you a couple things. Is Rose rolling again or no?
No. She'll hang back, let the others investigate. Medicine is not her thing.
Okay. So, Edgar. First thing that strikes you as odd. The hands and feet are backwards. They're not broken. They're just backwards. The arms are, however, dislocated at the shoulders. And, they go to move him, and his arms just kind of, for lack of better terms, but, just do whatever they want. The muscles have went into rigor, so they are stiff. It's just the shoulders move and pop, and it's gross, if we're being honest. Which is why Gladys just kind of looks at it and she's like, "Nope, not doing it."
She's off away trying to not dry heave.
Yeah. Unlike the cow, there is a very clear, reason that he died. Apparently, it ripped open his chest, pulled his heart out. However, the heart is not too far away. It looks like it's been nibbled on by rats or something, but it's sitting there. Can I get Edgar and Gladys to give me either wits and awareness or intelligence and investigation real quick for when you were looking at it?
I'm going to burn a
Level
willpower
3.
here.
Okay, you got 3. You wouldn't find anything.
I burned a willpower and still only got 2.
Okay. You don't catch anything either. Would Rose like to take a look at it when it goes by her?
Sure.
Can I burn a second one?
I mean, you can if you want to.
You said that's wits and awareness, yes?
Yep.
Much better. 2 more, so 4.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. 6.
Okay. So, Gladys, you see something before you turn away and start almost throwing up. You know it's on the side of his face, but you're just oh, it's just bodily fluids. Rose, on the other hand, you clearly make out somebody has cut or scratched or something into the side of this guy's face. Pig. It looks like a 2-year-old did it, but it's very clearly Pig.
Oh my goodness. Tell me someone else saw that.
So what?
His cheek. Looks like someone about my little bitty cousin's age scratched the word pig into his cheek. Please tell me someone else saw that.
I'm trying not to.
All of the guys that are currently transporting him out kind of puts him down. Looks like, yeah, kind of looks like it, doesn't it? I mean, y'all said a pig man did it, right? So it could just be their signature.
I mean, to be fair, Edgar's the one that saw it. I kind of hit my head a little hard. Didn't quite catch it.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, it could just be that, right?
Could be, or just really ugly human.
I don't know, I've never met a single human strong enough to turn over an entire tractor trailer by themselves before, though.
I have some degree of wishful thinking.
I mean, surely it ain't some weird pig bear hybrid thing, right?
I mean, I hope not. I'm just
Man-bear
saying
pig?
practically.
I mean, shoot, at this point, obviously we ain't seen it and we don't really want to. But, sure. So we're gonna get him up to the surface. We're gonna get him taken care of. We'll leave Chief up top. Just pull the line. It'll ring the bell, and he'll bring you up when you're ready. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Might be worth taking another look around, see what else we can find.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
It branched off. Maybe we could see if it connects to a cave system or something.
All right. So, off into the tunnels.
Off into the tunnels, sneaky like.
Okay.
Very sneaky.
Would you like to go left or right?
Was the body left or right from the descent?
It would have been looking more right.
I say we go left.
Okay.
Okay. So, opposite direction of the body.
Yeah, there was no blood streaks, were there?
No, it's just in the local area.
Okay.
And Edgar now knows why.
Would this be in the direction-ish that we had the incident, or the opposite direction?
Give me either wits and survival or wits and streetwise.
It's the same. Just one.
5.
4.
Edgar would absolutely know that that is in the general direction of the incident.
Yeah, left.
As would Rose. All
Seems
turned
like
around
it-
out of there.
Seems like it kind of lead to where we got attacked.
Probably a good way to go then.
Definitely.
So you proceed down the dark tunnel. Because the lights only go just so far.
So we do
And
have
yes,
a
you do have-
flashlight. Is there a way we could, like, kind of hooded lantern it so we have a little bit of light but can still go somewhat sneakily?
Yeah. You can like wrap it up in a coat. Because down here it's actually a little bit warm. Almost. It's not like actually warm, but it's comfortable. Long sleeve shirt, jeans, you're fine.
Yeah, as long as our immediate, like, couple feet are lit up.
Okay. So yeah, you can like put a jacket over top of it and point it down. And it'll do the immediate area. Give me dexterity and stealth, please.
4.
4.
2.
Nice. Okay. So you continue on down this way, and it continues to be just oddly clean, oddly cleared out, oddly for lack of a better term, looks like somebody's been living here. You don't find any trace of rocks, any trace of dirt, any trace of animal, plant, nothing. You go down probably, well, how far do you go? Start there.
Keep walking for maybe 20 minutes?
Yes, so 20 minutes will get you far enough. You're walking for probably about 15 minutes. And I need everybody to make me a wits and awareness, please.
2.
1.
4.
Well, happy Rose is here, because Rose, you are walking down and then you just feel the slightest, and I do mean slightest, of downdrafts, like on the back of your neck. And you stop and you kind of look up and you realize you're standing underneath another pretty large hole. You can see just a little bit of glint of light coming from the top.
Hey guys, I found another hole. I wonder where this one goes.
Well, once we get up top, we can walk about 20 minutes in a left direction and probably find it.
True.
Keep it on going or no?
How far did it take us on the trailer to get to this point? Or no, we only walked a short ways, didn't we?
Yep.
So chances are this is near where it happened then. Well, should we walk another 20 minutes? I don't want to keep the chief waiting too long, but...
Maybe just a little bit further, see if there's another hole nearby, and then come back. Let them know about the one we found.
Yeah, maybe a 15-20 minute continue, see if there's another one in that time frame, and then head back.
Okay. So, walking forward, you kind of know what you are looking for. And you do find one. However, you also find it at the intersection of 4 different crossroads.
Oh, so there were crossroads. That answers that question. And there's been no broken chunks of rock at all this entire time.
None whatsoever.
I really don't like this.
Yeah,
Explain.
We should head back.
we should also let them know what we found. If
Well,
this
of
is an
course.
expansive network. Well, I just wonder if they know someone who might know a little bit about, like, the geology of the area or something.
Maybe we can visit like a nearby town or something to see if there's anything.
So, heading back then, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. So, head back, no issues. Just as easy to get there as it, or get back as it was to get there. The chief hauls you up, make sure that you guys are okay, and kind of goes about his merry way. Who are you going to meet up with to try to get to a town?
How far away is the town from here?
The actual town itself, if you take the steamer, it takes about 45 minutes. If you take a normal gas-powered vehicle, it takes probably 20.
Can we
We hitch her.
make a call to a cab? Or do they not have them out this way? Probably not.
No, they don't have them out this way.
I
Can we
figured.
hitch a ride with the fire brigade?
They wouldn't, just for the simple fact of they're actually just going straight to the fire hall. They weren't going to go actually down into town, so
Okay.
Same with the chief.
same with the chief. He's taking the truck back to the fire hall.
I don't think Eugene would mind if we borrowed his steamer.
I mean, he might. It's a pretty nice car. Kind of nice. And I don't want to take 2 hours to drive.
Is there a company-owned vehicle that they use to, like, make deliveries into town or something?
I mean, I'm sure there is, but I don't know if they'd let us use it. You always ask, I guess.
I mean, if they're gonna make a delivery sometime soon, maybe we could just hitch a ride with the delivery.
That's true. Or one of their employees running back and forth.
So back to the milk house.
Yeah. If Paul's available, because he's the only one we've been talking to, but I guess any of the higher-ups.
Yeah, so you get back and you ask for Paul, and the secretary, Dorothy, is actually there. She's like, no, honey, Paul ain't in. He went home for the day. He said he'd be back in a couple hours. Something about having to eat dinner and get back. But as far as getting to town, yeah, you can take one of the delivery trucks.
Oh, if that's not a problem.
No. We got a fleet of 15, and we only use about 12 of them, so we got spares.
That would be very helpful. You don't happen to know anyone who's, like, done... who would have records of the land here, would you?
Like,
from before the farm.
Yeah, she kind of thinks there for a second. She's definitely not rolling dice or anything.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, well, I mean, the librarian might. We do have a library down in town. The lady that runs it, she's a bit of an oddball, but she's not too bad. She seems to be pretty smart. She knows a whole lot more about the area than a lot of people around here.
Oddball in what way?
Oh, she just, I don't know. She just different than the rest of us.
In a good way or a bad way?
It's a good way.
Yeah, it kind of depends on who you ask. I don't have a problem with her. She's just weird.
I mean, a bad way would be like psychopath. So, like, hopefully not that kind of way.
No, more of the, if you stand there and talk to her, she's going to keep you there for days because she doesn't really get a whole lot of people to talk to.
Oh, that sounds perfect. Let's go.
She kind of chuckles. She pulls a set of keys out of the truck or out of the desk, and she's like, "It's truck number 7.
Okay.
The third gear is a little bit finicky. You got to play with it a little bit, but it'll go in. Just got to force it."
Sounds good.
And she kind of goes back to her work.
Okay. To the truck.
So you find number 7. It's probably the oldest truck that they have. But, I mean, it's in one piece.
Hey,
That's
we
the
only needed
important
to
thing.
get to town and back. It doesn't need to survive a pig man.
Potentially. So you hop in, you start heading to town. And you know where town is. I mean, there's pretty much one road out here, one road back. Not a whole lot of veering off anywhere. So you get into town, and it's same gas station, same bus stop.
How late in the day is it?
At this point, if you woke up at 2, we got down there at about 2:30, walking for about an hour, and then to town. It's probably about 4 or 5, 4:35, somewhere in there.
It's getting a little late, but might still be okay.
Yeah.
I think we should head to the library first.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Do you know exactly where the library is? Next question.
Nope. I'm sure it's not too hard to find, though.
Not a big town, so probably takes about 5 minutes to find.
Yeah. I
just
assume it's
assumed
one
you
of
just
the
drive in
larger
circles.
buildings.
Actually, no.
Oh. I guess that would
However,
track, wouldn't it?
yeah. However, it does have like an old wooden sign out front with like the gold lettering library.
Oh, hey, we found it.
It's about the size of one of the remote post offices that just have PO boxes. It's an itty bitty place.
Ooh, I hope they have what we need. It's real small.
You go inside, and much to your surprise, A, it is still open. B, it's well lit. C, it's well stocked, apparently, because there's books freaking everywhere on the tables, on the shelves. And D, the attendant is probably 21, 22 years old. Younger woman. And she head in the book. She kind of looks up. She's like, "Oh, hello. How can I help you?"
Hi, my name's Gladys. What's your name?
It's Evelyn.
Hi, I'm Rose.
This
Are
is
you
Edgar.
lost?
Nope, we're exactly where we need to be.
And she closed her book. All right, cool. What can I help you with?
I need to know the history of the farm. Like, before it was the farm.
What specifically? Just out of curiosity.
Are there tunnels? Is there a cave network? Did something weird happen there?
That's a lot to unpack. But she thinks for a minute, and she's like, "It's right over here." And she goes over to the shelf, and she plucks a couple books off the shelf and takes them back to her desk. And she's like, "These three should get you started. I don't know exactly what you need, though. Yes, there's tunnels, but it's really a cave system. It's an underground aquifer. The locals used to drink it, but then people started getting sick because there's actually lead in there too. Lead poisoning. People
Not
say
good.
it's not a thing, but I promise you it is. And then it just dried up one day. We don't really know why or how, but yeah. There's actually a river not too far away that used to be a major like fishing vacation spot, and when the aquifer dried up, it shrank the river by like 3/4, and it killed the area for any potential vacationers. It's horrible, but it's fine.
Did the cave
Well, that
system
would
lead into it?
Yes, it directly fed into it. We also get some glacier water off of there, so
That would explain why it was so clean when we went in there. If it was just water.
How long ago did it dry up?
it's about, well, I was about 4, so say 18 years ago.
Yeah, no, that shouldn't be that clean then. Is there anything else you know about the town that, or this area that was weird and interesting?
I mean, there's local boogeyman stories, but I mean, every town has those, right?
Let me hear them.
Um,
If you want to talk. I understand if you need to go.
oh
or
no,
if you
it's
need us
fine.
to go.
No, I actually, I live in the house out back,
Okay.
so it's fine. I stay here most of the time anyway.
I understand. I prefer this too.
So, as far as boogeyman stories, before I was born, apparently, and this came from my older cousins, and they work with cows, and the cows are smarter than they are, so grain of salt and all. Apparently, there was an old man that used to live in the woods that had a fascination with women, but not in a healthy way.
Okay.
apparently he would make a habit of, like, if they were out by themselves, he would make them go with him. And then there was some accusations made, and then he just kind of disappeared one day. I don't know. This was before my time, before my cousin's time, really. Nobody really knows who it was or why it happened.
Is there like a house somewhere?
So there actually is, but you're not supposed to go there because it is technically it's condemned. So if you go up there and the sheriff catches you, he can arrest you, but give him a muffin and a beer, and he'll probably just let you go.
That's fantastic to know. Thank you so much. Does it happen to be near where the cave system let out?
Well, actually, and she goes over to the map, and it's a local map. And she points to the river, and it's probably about 3 miles east of town. It's like, well, here is the river, and she kind of follows it up a little bit and kind of goes a couple miles west of the river, and it's right about here. And well, I guess if you go due east, it's about where the aquifer came out, so close-ish.
Okay. I'm just curious because if we're going to see one, might as well stumble upon the other. Oh no.
Yeah, I can respect that.
Any others?
Or
I'm sorry if I cut you off before you finish this one.
No, that's the main one. We do have one about a man-eating bear that's supposed to be like this, like spirit in the woods or whatever. I don't know. People have a lot of different theories about that one. My theory is it's a really big bear that somebody pissed off and they got eaten.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And then there's, this is a really old one that people stopped kind of telling because, like, it doesn't scare anybody anymore. But there's I don't really know how to explain it, but it's another one of the spirits of the woods. They're real tall, not like giant size or nothing, but it's supposed to be like half a head taller than a man and real wide, and I don't know, they've got like cat-like stuff to them. I don't know. It's weird.
That's strange.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do we
Like
have to worry about
whispers.
either bear or cat person thing, spirit, around that area?
I would just take a rifle with you if you went out there. I'm not one to really go exploring, so I don't own one. But if you've got them, I'd take them with you. It wouldn't hurt.
That's what those two are for.
But I mean, it's just an old wives' tale. I'm sure at one point there was a bear that killed people, and I'm sure at one point there was a really big, scary, like, mountain lion or bobcat or something. So that's probably where the whole spirit of the woods came from. But I wouldn't worry about it too much.
That's fantastic to know. Thank you.
Not a problem. While you're here, is there anything else that you need? Because I don't get many visitors.
You're welcome to talk as much as you like. I can multitask.
Okay. She'll kind of hand the books over to you, let you do your research on it. As far as, like, what all has been explored of the aquifer and all that fun stuff. They don't have an actual physical map. which is a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. But apparently it is hundreds of acres of underground tunnels and caves that have been eroded by water from a hot spring, actually. They don't know exactly where it comes up at, but they do, however, know that it was a hot spring because the water came out at lukewarm temperature, even during the winter. So,
Well, that would explain why it was relatively warmer down there.
what do you mean down there?
Oh, yeah, we were down there.
Are you insane? It could collapse on you.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily by choice. I mean, a little bit, but not really. There was a problem, and we had to go see what was going on.
You asked about the farm. Was it an issue with the cows?
Yeah, I guess everyone's been talking about that, haven't they?
Oh, people don't talk to me, so I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of cows have been dying. Well, not a lot, but like more than usual, I guess. That's partly why we're
Enough
here.
that they're worried.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It's nothing it's nothing that they can do to prevent it, right? It's just like an animal.
Yeah. Yeah, it was some sort of animal thing. There was a person that was taken to the hospital. He was with us. He does like he knows about more about animals than we do, but like there was an incident and he got stepped on by a cow, so like we're just kind of on our own for right now.
Oh dear. You wouldn't mind telling a little kind of describe what the animal was, would you? I've got a lot of zoology books over here and taxonomy and all that fun stuff, so I might know what it is.
Edgar's the only one of us that saw it. I hit my
Yeah,
head
I'm
pretty
more
good when I
those.
got thrown.
Not really gonna know what it is.
I've surprised people before.
It's weird.
Just try me.
Big man.
Big man.
Yeah, you could be a little bit more descriptive, Edgar.
Yeah. Because right now what I'm thinking of is like a warthog head on the person's body, and I'm sure that's probably not what you saw.
What did I see? I can't really remember the description.
I'm sure it would have stuck with Edgar.
Yeah, it would have stuck with Edgar. For reiteration, very tall, very lanky, very gaunt. And while it looks like a pig, it's pretty much just the snout of the pig, and the bottom jaw comes out, the nose turns up, enlarged nostrils, and the ears. Was no tail, and there were actually hooves as well. Or, well, sort of hooves. Not really. And she just kind of... Everybody give me a wits and insight. Because her demeanor changes suddenly.
1. That tracks so well.
Nada.
That tracks too.
3.
And that somehow tracks as well. Rose, you know that there's something up with why she changed so quickly. You can't necessarily put your finger on it, but there's something weird about it. You two probably just bothered by the description.
Who wouldn't be?
Eugene did draw a picture of it if you're very curious on what exactly it looked like.
Oh, do we still have that? We should show it to her.
Are you going to show it to her?
Heck yeah.
So you show her the picture, and she just kind of like takes the paper and flips it over real quick. I don't know what that is.
Uh-huh.
Rose
Is it
just gonna
obvious
kinda
she's
quietly
lying?
Look at her.
Would you like to give me a wits and insight? Because she actually has a little bit of subterfuge.
I mean, would this be the same roll?
It would be a different roll.
Okay. Yeah, same. 1.
1.
You two actually
Still-
believe her.
Still a 3.
Rose does not.
I mean, it gets a little unsettling and weird. Gladys will try and pull the picture back.
She'll willingly hand it back to you.
Tuck it away in the pack, I assume, where it was.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time. If you don't have any... If you haven't heard anything like this before.
No, definitely not. Thank you for stopping by. It's been nice to actually have people in here that like, want to learn something.
It's a shame more people don't.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that society's kind of just going the way of the same monotonous full stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I like being creative.
Stop by on your way out of town. I don't know. Just gotta say bye, because you'll probably be the last people that I see for the next 5 years, to be honest with you.
No, that's not healthy.
I mean, besides going to like, the store and stuff like that, but yeah.
I mean, I'd be fine talking to you again. It was nice.
Have a good evening.
You too.
And you look outside, and it is dusk.
Oh, I'm sorry for keeping you so long.
Oh no, it's fine. Like I said, I just live right there.
If we have any more questions or come up with anything else, we'll, I guess, stop by if we need to.
Okay.
And we leave.
She leads you out, and there's an audible click of the lock as soon as you step out.
Wonder if there's a diner or
Just-
something that we can get some food here.
The gas station has one. It's not very
Hey.
big.
We should go eat.
You guys go ahead. I need to check on something.
Be sure?
Mhm.
Okay. Should we order you anything?
If you want. Hopefully I won't be too long.
I'm asking if you want, not if we want.
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I could probably stand to eat.
To the diner.
So you two head off to the diner. It's not too far away. Probably about 1,000 feet, give or take.
Don't even need the car.
No, not really. Now, Rose, what is it that you would like to do?
Rose. Is the librarian still in the library?
The lights are still on, yes.
Okay. Rose is going to go back and knock on the door.
You do not get an answer.
Okay, at that point, she'll sneak around to a window, see if she can see and hear inside.
Okay. Are you trying to not be observed?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and give me dexterity and stealth.
I'm gonna burn a willpower to re-roll a couple of these here.
You don't need to. Probably.
You sure? I only got a 2.
You're fine. So you go up to the window, and the librarian's still sitting in there, and she's kind of like pacing back and forth, kind of rubbing her hands together. She's saying something to herself. It's not audible, though, unfortunately.
You know what? Living on the edge. Let's tap on the window.
You see her jump about 3 feet, and she kind of comes over and she opens up the window. I'm sorry, did you leave something?
No, I wanted to talk to you away from the rest of my friends. I didn't want you to think I was calling you out or anything. I noticed you kind of had a bit of a strange reaction to the pig thing. And listen, before you say anything, I just want you to know we're not law enforcement. We're not, if this is something you're worried about, we're not here to hurt anyone, but you need to know this is escalated. Whatever that was killed a person last night. And if something doesn't happen, it's going to get worse, and we don't want that to happen. So please, if there's something you know, I would like to hear it. I promise I won't judge. I can say it came from an anonymous source that you passed on, but please, if there's anything you have that can help us.
And she kind of looks around and she's like, this is going to be a weird request. Do you mind coming in through the window so I don't have to unlock the door again?
Oh, no, sure. And Rose will slip in through the window.
And she'll slide the window closed. And she'll kind of take you over to the desk, and she'll kind of sit down. She's like, so, I assume that you know that I wasn't necessarily telling the full truth if I don't know what that thing is.
I did notice.
I don't know what it's called. And I guess it's not technically alive. I don't know what it is, but I've seen it before. It's come down into town a couple different times, and I tend to stay up later than I really should. First time I saw it, I just thought it was a trick of the mind. I was reading a horror novel. Second time, I was like, surely that's not what I saw. And then third time, I was like, that's definitely what I saw. It's never hurt anybody. It's never really done anything. The most I've seen it do is go into people's sheds and get scraps of wood, scrap metal, like tools, and nobody thinks anything of it because, oh well, it's just somebody that just came by and helped themselves to our stuff. And it's not like I was gonna do anything, and if I were to tell anybody about it, they'd think I was crazier than they already think I am. I mean, I'm one of, like, I want to say 3 people in the entire town that have any sort of college, and I'm one of 2 that actually has a degree. So people get intimidated really, really quickly.
have that small town mindset.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And if it wasn't for the state position that I had, I would rather not be here, frankly. Not a whole lot for me to do. And, well, I don't mind not talking to a whole lot of people. Having a little bit of conversation with people even once or twice a week would be nice. So like I said, I don't know what it's called. I know it comes from the Northwest. And I guess that would be in the general direction of the farm.
That sounds about right. And if it's taking tools and building equipment, it's only fair to assume that it's building some sort of shelter.
Potentially.
I mean, it has some degree of intelligence. We found it had shakily, I must admit, but still carved a word into the cheek of the person it had killed. So there is some degree of intelligence there. Which makes me very concerned.
I mean, to be fair, pigs are supposed to be smart.
That is true.
What was the word?
Pig. I mean, it looked like a 2-year-old carved it, to be fair, but it was still there. And considering the man was probably writhing when it happened, I'm not entirely surprised it wasn't their best work.
She kind of sits there. I think... Hold on, let me go look for something real quick. And she kind of goes behind her desk on the counter. And she pulls out a couple obviously old tubes of some sort. Then she pulls one out that says 1923. She kind of lays them out and says, I think they're in here. And it's just a bunch of newspaper clippings. It's the front page for the local town. And it's literally Dairyland News. And it's April 14th, 1923. Local woman assaulted by local woodsman. About a month later, there's one local woodsman to be put on trial. Then about 3 weeks later, local woodsman Pierre Peugeot, or as locals refer to him as Pig, gone missing. Manhunt is currently being conducted. Any information should be reported to local authorities. And it shows a picture of the guy. I mean, he was taller than normal, but he wasn't nearly as tall as the thing that Edgar saw, and obviously doesn't look anything like him. It's weird that the whole pig thing and the proximity of the aquifer, and I doubt it's actually related. But I mean, this is what everything was based off of as far as that one Boogeyman tale.
I can see that. 2 questions. First, do you have a few spare pieces of paper I could just take notes on about these news clippings? That way I don't have to carry them off or remember. And second, do you happen to know what happened to the woman in this case?
And she goes back to the first one, and she kind of skims over it, and she's like, paper first. And she takes out a notepad and hands it to you with a pen. Let me find her name. I know it's in one of these clippings somewhere. I don't know exactly where. So give me a second. And as she's going through all the clippings for that entire year, you kind of go through, you take notes for what you need. Then she goes back and she was like, yep, I found it right here. It's well, they only give her first name. It's Dorothy. Said that, well, the reason why she's in the news because she apparently had a son, but allegedly from that guy. I don't know if it's true or not. So, like, and I'm not one to judge anybody. So, yeah, I think last time I knew she was a secretary up at the farm.
Huh. Interesting. Thank
But
you.
that's all I know.
This makes a little bit of sense. Yeah, thank you. I'll relay this to my my friends, and I think this will help pull things together. I mean it. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was just, it's unsettling when somebody comes to you and proves you right on stuff like this.
It's even harder when you don't think anyone else will believe you afterward, isn't it?
Yes, unfortunately.
I get that. Believe me.
Tell you what, I'm gonna leave the front door unlocked. You don't have to lock it on your way out. Nobody will come in here.
If you're sure.
I only lock it because it's just a superstition that I do. It's, like I said, nobody's gonna come in here. People don't care about books here. I'm gonna go home and make some dinner. I meant it. When you three leave, stop by. At the very least, I'll have intelligent conversation for a little bit.
Can do.
And with that, she just kind of like walks out.
Quick question for the storyteller before we move on, and I forget to ask. What was Pierre's last name, did you say?
Peugeot, kind of like the car company. Peugot.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah, most people call it Puget.
Alright, once Rose has said her goodbyes and left the library, she's gonna go find Gladys and Edgar.
They are at the diner.
Rose is sure taking a long time. Wonder what she had to do.
I don't think she was looking at the librarian card weird, thinking she wanted to snoop around a little.
Well,
And
good
Rose,
thing we only ordered her a sandwich.
And Rose, you enter. They have gotten
And she'll-
you a BLT, whereas they both got like pot roasts.
Oh, that's totally fine. I don't have much of an appetite now anyway. And Rose will just kind of like excitedly throw herself into the open chair in front of the sandwich. And she'll just kind of hold out the notes she took at Gladys while she just wolfs down this sandwich real fast.
Grabs it as she's eating like a pie or something.
So yeah, you kind of get the same rundown of the decent notes. Probably not the best, but definitely not the worst.
You will note that Rose has added some color commentary in there, particularly wondering if the pigman might not be Pierre himself, but maybe the son was abandoned after birth, because that's not unheard of in assault cases of the woman wanting nothing to do with the kid.
Were you able to get the name of the child? Do we know that?
No, she says around a mouthful of sandwich.
I mean, I doubt the hospital would give us the records of it if it actually happened, but we could always try. Instead of going straight to Dorothy.
Yeah. I did not get any records of that. I do know that, as mentioned in the notes, Dorothy does work at the farm, but
Right.
I'd be surprised if she'd be willing to talk to us if we just come up and say, hey, what happened to your kid from this highly traumatic event?
Right, that's why I suggested the hospital instead of going to her. I have some tact sometimes.
Cool. You do have some very good tact.
Debatable. My people skills are rusty. I just bulldoze my way through most conversations.
I mean, sometimes it works.
Not in this case.
Yeah, so looks like we have a little bit more information now.
So if she sees this thing at night, did she say how often she sees it?
She said she's seen it at least a couple times, 3 or 4 times.
Well,
Maybe
geez,
more.
Rose, maybe if you brought us in with this, we could ask these questions.
I didn't know if it was like a personal connection thing or anything, and I didn't want her to think I was being like weird about it. Like overly weird.
I think going by yourself after we've already been let out is weird.
I mean, okay, maybe it is weird, but I didn't want her to feel cornered. I kind of get how it feels to feel like nobody believes you about things.
We all do. So instead of only one person, she could have had 3 people who believed in her.
Okay. Like I said, I just wasn't sure, and I didn't want her to feel cornered or called out.
Did she say why she was leaving the library door unlocked?
Just to let me out, I think. She said people don't really come by, so I don't
Then
think
why
she's
not
worried
lock it
about
behind
people
you?
coming in.
Then why not lock it behind you?
I asked her if she wanted me to, and she said no, so
Yeah, that's weird. Maybe we should wait here and see if we see it.
Or she may have just left it unlocked because there's something in there we should look for.
I don't know. We didn't get to ask now, did we?
I mean, she said we're welcome back, so if you want to go tromping back in the morning to ask her, you're more than welcome to. But it is kind of getting late.
Right, which is why I suggested that because she told us this, maybe we should wait and see if we see the thing.
I'm all for it.
Is the truck they gave us like a pickup truck or something?
It is like an old delivery van.
Can we see out the back if we were to sit in the back?
Yeah,
Probably not. Okay.
it's got a couple small windows.
Okay. So yeah, we could just kind of park the car somewhere and then see if we see anything in a little bit and then head back to the farm if not.
Sounds good.
You guys don't mind, I will go check out the library real quick just to see if my hunches work right or not.
I mean, I don't know why she wouldn't have just told Rose after she went by herself.
She doesn't know doesn't exactly know what it is either.
I mean, you can. I just don't think it's going to do anything.
So, after dinner, I need to know what everybody's actually gonna do.
To the truck.
To the truck.
And Edgar?
I'll just give a quick look around the library for a few minutes and then head back to the truck.
Okay. What specifically are you looking for?
Possibly some information that was in there that she wasn't comfortable giving openly.
Okay. Where are you looking? Like in the books and newspaper things, and where are you looking?
In the newspaper things.
Okay. Give me. Your intelligence is really bad, right?
It's 3.
Okay. Give me an intelligence and investigation then.
4.
Okay. So, Rose told you about the initial set of news clippings. Then you kind of you take 20, 30 minutes and you are looking through the following years. Nothing too crazy, nothing too far out. You are just about to give up in 1928. Son of local woman gone missing. Dorothy, the production worker up at Dairyland Farms, son has gone missing. A search party has been sent out. He wandered off in the woods today while his mother was at work, playing with other kids. Reports state that he fell into a cave of some sort. However, nobody can be heard. No body has been found and no sign has been recovered. And then it shows a picture of the boy. It's black and white, so you don't know exactly what color hair or eyes or anything. But it looks like lighter color hair and kind of a medium color eye. You're not necessarily sure. Could be light brown, could be green, could be dark gray, who knows. As far as hair, could be blonde, strawberry blonde, red. Definitely not brown or black. You know that much. That's about the only thing that actually stands out to you.
Didn't give a good name, correct?
It did give a name. Name is, well, it just gave the name Marcus. They just assume that everybody knows who everybody is.
Head back to the park with that information.
Okay, so yeah, after 45 minutes, Edgar joins you in the truck. And you're going to have a stakeout in town?
For a little bit.
Okay. How late do you all want to stay?
1, 2 in the morning? That seems like it'd be late enough that if something was going to happen.
Okay. So, give me either a wits and awareness or intelligence investigation, whatever that you would like to do.
5.
6 with a crit.
That's pretty good.
4.
So I need to beat 6 with a crit. Okay. So, Rose, you're sleepy. However, Edgar and Gladys, you're sitting up. You're sitting there and you're kind of staring out the back window, and you two are starting to doze off a little bit too. However, you see something flash through like some trees and behind a house. Looks larger than normal. Also looks very, very fast.
I think rushing it again will work.
No, I don't think we should be seen by this thing at all because it would just tear through this like butter. Rose! Rose!
What?
Wake up!
What's going on? I'm up. What's going on?
I want to try and keep an eye on it if it darts again.
Okay. You stare at the house, and you almost miss it as it goes leaping through the air. And it's silent. There's no noise to be had. But you get a good idea of how big this thing is, and it's easily the size of a horse, if not bigger.
Is it jumping like a person or jumping like an animal?
More like a person. It is in an upright position. It does have its arms outstretched, but that just might be for like balance.
Yeah, but like leaping up from all fours versus leaping from 2 legs are very different visually.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's more in a vertical position.
Is it just going to the next house or something?
Yeah. It jumped behind the next house and stand there, and you kind of watch the next house for a little bit, and it comes around the corner. And it seems to have some stuff in its arms.
I don't want to do anything. I just want to track its movements as much as possible.
Okay. Give me another wits and awareness, everybody, please. This one will be a little bit easier than the last one.
1.
8.
5.
Gladys is transfixed on this thing and doesn't like pay attention to what it has in its arms. However, Rose and Edgar, you notice that it has like clothes and food. Looks like mostly canned food, and the clothes. There's not really any like specific like look to them. It just kind of looks generally like shirts and pants.
Well, canned food can be stored easily and last a long time. Makes sense you'd
Yeah.
go for that over raw ingredients. Do you guys want to follow him, or are we
No.
just sitting tight?
No, I don't, because I don't want to end up like that tractor. Or like
Okay.
that worker.
Okay.
You continue watching, and about 5 minutes goes by, and he kind of goes bounding off into the woods yet again.
Well, I guess it's time to head back to the farm so we can actually get some sleep.
Alright, then.
Sounds good.
So, up the windy path you go.
Yep.
You make it back to the farm, and there's a new security guard out front. Looks like he probably worked there, but it was supposed to be his day off. He's a bit disgruntled, but he's not mad. Kind of understands. And he kind of greets you, lets you in, takes you up to the rooms, and kind of lets you go on about your merry way.
Sleep.
Sleep during nighttime. That's a weird concept.
I know, right?
So yeah, you sleep fairly decently. You get another willpower if you're missing any. If you're missing any further health, you get another box back. And finally, you wake up. This past night was a lot more restful than the previous. And you wake up to the smell of sausage and eggs and biscuits. And as you get ready, you head downstairs, and apparently they've got like an employee wake scheduled for the security guard. Like they've got his picture up front, and everybody's kind of just standing around. Looks like it's kind of like a day off, actually. They invite you in. They tell you like get something to eat because we'll have food all day. People will be in and out, and everybody in the town will kind of cycle their way through, I'm sure. But Paul's there. Eugene's there. Eugene's out of the hospital. He's bandaged up, but looks not really worse for wear overall.
How are you feeling, Eugene?
Sore, but it's doable.
I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, they said I had a little minor bleed. I've got to take it easy. So they said don't lift anything over 15 pounds. I'm inclined to believe them for now. I don't want to cause any further issues, but I am still going to, if you guys go do anything, as long as I don't have to like climb or anything, I'm willing to go with you.
Well, we have a little bit to fill you in on.
I'm sure you probably do. I understand that, Edgar, you saw the thing because we went over that, and you found the security guard.
Yeah, we
Which-
did.
Yeah, somebody said that like his hands were on backwards, but not broken. That's not weird at all.
Yeah, I
Me
think we
too.
should head to the hospital to figure out what's going on there.
Oh, they've already sent him off to be cremated.
Yeah, I mean, if they let
Oh.
us read the paperwork, though, because we're investigating this.
Yeah. Honestly, you could probably just wait until the sheriff gets here and he'll probably bring the paperwork to you.
That's fair.
What else did you find out?
Blurts the night activities.
Oh, so you saw it again.
Yes, in a very much less violent situation.
It's weird how that thing's... I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it seems like it's almost human in nature. If it has the ability to, like, lay an ambush like it did, because that was smarter than most animals. I mean, some spiders can do the whole trapdoor thing, but and then it had the thought process of take out the ones that might see me the best, which would be the person on the tractor, because that wasn't affected. Then you said it was gathering food.
And clothes.
That's
Apparently.
not. Yeah, that's not odd at all.
Well, it was going after building supplies before that.
There's a little bit more we can tell you, but probably not here.
Yeah.
Okay. We can probably go for a walk if you wanted to.
Well, we had sort of planned to go see where the tunnels let out, and maybe that house. So if you're up for a walk,
Yeah, like I said, just as long as I don't have to like climb. I'm sure that probably wouldn't be good for me.
yeah, no, you don't have to go to the house at all. But like, we can at least go see where the tunnel lets out, maybe.
Yeah, we can do that.
If they'll let us
first
use the
thing-
truck again.
Something tells me that they will. Just between you and me, I think they're wanting to get this taken care of as soon as possible, so that they will.
Oh, I'm sure.
And at this point, Paul comes over and says, "Oh, hey, you three came back late last night, didn't you?"
Yes.
Oh,
Doing
okay.
some reconnaissance.
Okay. You find anything interesting?
Apparently, this farm's over some tunnels of a natural cave system that had a hot spring that led out into the river.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, there's like miles of tunnels.
That's good to know. So we need to get those holes filled in, then, is what I'm hearing, because I don't need a cow falling down them and wandering.
Yeah, apparently there was like problems with like lead in the water when people were drinking it. We're gonna go probably see where it led out of, so we can just like check all our bases, you know?
Okay. You need to borrow a truck again?
If you don't mind.
Yeah. You took number 7 yesterday, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You can take that one again. It's fine. We don't use that one, but for in case of emergencies, and it seems like an emergency, so
I appreciate it. Thank you.
not a problem. If there's anything else that I can help you with, just let me know.
If anything weird happens here or anyone acts, oddly, just let us know.
Well, I will. Oh, by the way, we did find some more of those lids. There was one near another cow site, but the rest of them were kind of just interspersed throughout the pasture. So,
I wonder if it
That
had
would
anything
explain-
to do with them drawing water. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that would explain why nobody saw it come in, though.
Yeah. I wonder if it was from that thing or from back when people were drawing water from the hot springs.
Oh no, no. They're metal lids, metal rings. It's not like a well or anything.
Strange.
I mean, it could just be I don't know, a food source or something.
Yeah, but for you guys to not notice it.
Like I said, we don't have a reason to look for stuff like that. So
I meant the installation of it. If it was that whatever that was doing it.
yeah, that's fair. I guess if it did it cover a night and if it got it done quick, because you said it was big and strong, so theoretically it could, but who knows?
Partly why I want to go see the exit so we can see if there's anything odd there.
Okay.
Was there anything you needed of us before we left?
No, I don't think so. Again, if you see anything weird or run anything crazy, just let me know. Okay.
Okay. To the truck.
Okay, to the truck. So where first?
The tunnel.
Well, into the house first. Since the tunnel might take a minute.
Well, the tunnel's closer, isn't it?
It
I'm-
is just about the same distance.
I'm not saying we have to like explore it, but maybe we could at least go see if there's tools or anything left there, and then head to the house. And then we could walk the tunnels after. I don't know. My suggestion is the tunnels first, so you guys can chime in.
We can do tunnels first.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay.
And then during the truck ride, give our friend the full explanation of everything we found.
Okay. So
Including the question of whether Marcus is this thing.
Okay. So you bring that up, and he's like, well, it begs the question, but then how would they have gotten this way?
Who knows? Like, if there's something weird in the water down there and he's been drinking and eating stuff down there, who knows what he could do?
Mutations don't usually work like that, so
There's also, like, self-mutilation and other things that could also attribute to that.
I mean, that is true.
Could also be that it's not Marcus and it's actually his dad, and that's why he was gathering food in town.
And it's just true, but again, then we have the issue of the desiccated cow corpses. How and why?
I mean, yeah, that's absolutely weird. But, like, doesn't lead do weird things to people?
It hampers mental capabilities, yes.
So a fully grown man acting like a raging animal. If he was lost as a child.
I mean, that's a possibility.
Or if he suddenly got it in his head that people were out to get him and he was trying to scare people off the farm by killing cows.
Again, that's a possibility, but it seems far-fetched.
I mean, if you have
But then
any
again-
other thoughts.
I'm hoping that it's the easy option, and it's a new species. That would be the easy option in this particular case, but I don't
It
know
would.
if that's true.
I mean, either way, it has something to do with them, I'm sure.
Yeah. So the did anybody stop to ask Dorothy anything? Probably not, but
Not today. We didn't feel like that was probably appropriate right now. I wanted a little bit more information first.
okay.
Instead of barging in like, hey, what happened to the son you probably had after a very bad experience?
I mean, that's fair. It's yeah. I guess that probably would have been a little bit callous, but it's fine. It's sure
Like-
nothing bad would happen there.
Hey, did the son you lose have something to do with this man's death? Like, it was just probably not a great time.
Yeah. Yeah. Good news, the hospital here is actually fairly decent.
Oh, that's good. Maybe they'll actually have, like, an idea of what happened to the guy.
Maybe. Yeah. At the very least, the nurses are really nice. So you eventually make it to the mouth of the cave system. Obvious signs of water erosion. Large rocks outside. A bunch of smaller rocks as well. Go ahead and give me an intelligence and investigation from everyone, please.
Four.
Also, two.
4, 2, and 2. So outside of like normal boot prints, shoe prints going in, there's nothing really on the ground that you can tell. There does seem to be like graffiti on the immediate entrance. A lot of it's like initials and like hearts, and apparently this is like a lover spot. Apparently.
What about a little bit further? I'm sorry, go ahead.
You find like empty liquor bottles and like wine bottles and stuff like that too,
Nothing
and food
unexpected.
scraps. You find a bunch of food scraps.
Cans or
Oh.
just food?
Both. How far in are you going?
Somewhere probably between 20 to 50 feet.
Okay. It does kind of narrow after about 20 feet. Still plenty wide enough for like you to walk upright and free abreast, but it does get down to like an actual tunnel. Definitely a choke point at one point or another. And when you get in there, like all the graffiti stops, all of the everything stops. Give me either another wits and awareness or an intelligence investigation.
3 for intelligence.
Also 3.
4 for wits and awareness.
Okay. So, Rose and Edgar. Or no, not Rose and Edgar. Gladys and Edgar. Sorry. Knew who I was talking about. Said the wrong person. You're still kind of transfixed on just the food scraps and the cans specifically don't really let up. Rose, on the other hand, you kind of are running your finger down the wall, and at first it's like natural feeling. Then after about 10 feet, you start feeling a regular bump. Kind of look, and you take the flashlight out, look at the wall. You swear there's something written on it. Can't necessarily make out exactly what it is because it's real shallow, but you could probably take a rubbing of it.
Hey, Gladys?
Yeah.
You keep paper and a pencil on you, don't you?
I keep a whole lot of stuff on me.
Okay, I think there's something here. It's a little faint. You think we could get a rubbing of it?
I'm sure we can
borrow a
try.
piece of paper?
You can have it. I don't want it. I mean, I guess I'll take it back. So yeah, sure.
Okay. So you put the piece of paper on the wall and take the pencil and kind of start rubbing it over top of it real light. Because it is so faint, it'd be easy to just rub through something. And what you get is kind of a repeating message of some of it's kind of faded in, faded out, and smoothed out. But once you piece it all together, it says, "Here, Piggy, Piggy," over and over and over and over.
That's unsettling.
It is.
Do we
Well,
want
we
to?
know it's... Do I want to...
Do we want to keep going further in, or check out that house, or come back after checking out the house?
You might as well go a little further in.
Another 20 feet.
Sounds good.
Okay, but we should probably be careful if this is where he kind of hangs out during the day. I don't want to stumble across him.
We have no idea. He's stealing stuff to build something. Maybe he's trying to fix up the house. We should probably be quieter, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so dexterity and stealth. If you're trying to be quiet. Eugene has stayed toward the entrance.
5.
That's pretty good.
3.
It's not bad.
4.
Nice. So you're moving. You're actually fairly quiet. You go 10 feet in, 15 feet in, 20 feet in. You're taking your time. kind of drawn in a little bit further than you really wanted to. Now I need everybody to give me a wits and awareness, please.
Two.
5.
I also got 5.
Okay, so Edgar and Rose catch it just in time. However, Gladys, can I get a dexterity and athletics, please?
None.
0.
0.
Okay. So Edgar and Rose, you don't even have time to react to like grab Gladys as she kicks some sort of tripwire, and you hear it, and you are just covered in a thick, fatty, viscous something, and you smell terrible. And you look down, and there's a pig's foot.
Yeah, this is definitely not good. We should go.
Probably instantaneously losing the lunch, if I had to guess.
Probably.
A strong stomach she does not have.
No. So yeah, covered in pig parts that have probably been sitting there for a while.
Yeah, no. Instant sick.
Yeah. So much so that Rose and Edgar, can I get a stamina and composure?
Four.
You're not too sick. You feel queasy though.
1.
Edgar, you like kind of look at it and you're like, yeah, I'm fine. Blech. Like there was no like physical. You're just like, yeah, this is a thing, and you just kind of like throw up. Gladys, you just immediately, oh God, and lunch goes everywhere.
Yeah, I imagine it lasted about as long as seeing the pig parts, and then it just violently expelled.
Yeah. So, what would you all like to do?
Oh man, that stinks. Let's get out of here.
Strip down, right there.
Jeez, Gladys.
I'm not walking around in this.
Rose will at least peel off her coat and like hand it to Gladys.
I'm not touching that until I get into the water.
It's freezing outside. You need
I don't
at least
care.
something. I've been around pigs before. It's okay. Just take the coat.
No. I need to at least get clean first. Or at least somewhat clean. I don't care.
You will get sick if you go
That's
out in
fine.
the cold like this.
You know what? That's fine. I'm still
Say
oozy feeling.
fine, whatever. Come on, let's go.
I don't want that coat to smell like this, okay? I don't want to feel it.
Okay. All right. Whatever. Let's just go. And
She's in her
Rose is
skivvies.
Rose is gonna look around very nervously to make sure we didn't like attract any unwanted attention by setting off that trap.
No, you're good. You're the only ones here. Eugene kind of comes to the beginning of the thing as Gladys is running out. What? Oh God! What the hell is that? And kind of sees you walk past with like drippy hair, and he's like, "Oh, I
Straight
know
to the
what that
water.
is." Yeah. It is glacial water, so
You know?
it is. Yeah, It is.
She's not jumping in it, but it's definitely getting a good scrub.
Yeah, it is absolutely just a couple degrees above freezing. You are bright red within seconds.
Yep.
Feel like the hair is the most important part because you have no shoes on.
Yep.
You might have socks on.
Yeah.
And then just
No,
undergarment.
taking the socks off before going to the water. At least I can have somewhat dry feet.
Yeah. But like beyond that, like undergarments, and that's pretty much it. So you're cold.
I know
almost
exactly how
immediately.
that feels. Like, me as a person have been in glacial water before. Or not glacial,
Yeah.
but like snow water.
Polar
Yeah.
plunge, baby.
Mountain water, that's
It-
the word I was looking for.
It's terrible, but it does the job.
Yes. And then take the coat and put the socks on.
However, you, as quick as you can, you get clean-ish. There's still a little bit of a stink to it, but it didn't get deep set, so you're okay. You're not slimy anymore. That's the important thing.
That is the very important thing.
And Eugene kind of comes down and is like, "So, is that the only thing you found? Was a bucket of pig?"
Oh, don't remind me.
You also found some writing on the wall, and notice you still got that paper.
Yeah. Here. She'll pull it out of her pocket and hand it to Eugene.
And he kind of looks at it and he's like, "That's weird, but okay." So what now? Because I'm assuming you don't want to walk around in nothing, basically.
No, I'm cold.
Yeah, let's get back in the truck.
Please.
Truck gets started up. He gets on.
We should head back to the farm and get Gladys some clothes first.
And maybe a warm shower or a bath.
That too.
Yeah, we could probably do that. It'll probably be better.
We might also want to let security know that someone booby-trapped the cave over there, so there might be others if anyone stumbles across any more things.
Yeah.
Yeah, something tells me people aren't gonna go walking down through there for too far.
Well, not if we tell them.
True. Okay. Yeah, I'll drive this time. Yeah. You worry about getting warm, and you two take a rest.
Gladys is just like curled up as tiny as she can be.
Yeah. So yeah, he drives you back to the farm, and Gladys immediately goes to take a shower. You get some weird looks as you come walking through, but
Don't even care.
yeah. Paul comes over to you two and is like, "What happened there?"
Big inside booby trap.
Oh. You mean that somebody's actually been keeping up that stupid trap? Supposed to keep people from going too far down in the aquifer.
I don't think someone's been keeping up with it recently. I mean, those pig guts were pretty old, but it worked still.
Oh yeah, about once a month. Apparently, people are supposed to go down through there. So I don't know. It's something that teenagers do. I was asking around, and yeah, some of the younger guys still take their girlfriends up there.
We noticed.
Is she okay?
She will be. Just an unfortunate victim of said trap. So, just getting clean and then we'll eventually be okay.
Okay. She got a spare set of clothes that are clean?
Oh yeah. We all do.
Okay. Good. Otherwise, I'd have to run down in town and get something that sort of fit her. It definitely wouldn't be flattering, though. Probably going to be like flannel and jeans. Yeah.
You say
So-
that like that's not 90% of what she wears already.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Not like she wouldn't dislike it anyway. So yeah, it's probably bad time, but we're getting ready to serve lunch if you're hungry. We can make you some grilled cheese.
Yeah, something light on the stomach might be appreciated. That was not pleasant even for someone who's used to it.
Yeah, dead animal parts is never a good thing. Don't matter if it's new, old, or other. And true to fashion, they make you up lunch. And Gladys, if you can't eat, they give you some crackers.
Yeah, she'll do some nibbling, but not much.
Yeah, a little bit of ginger ale, some crackers. And as far as everybody else, you get whatever it is that you want. And people ask you about the whole thing, and Gladys has to relive the story like 3 or 4 times before. Yeah. But yeah, they let you go after a little while. However, right as you are leaving, Dorothy does show up.
Okay.
Kind of says hi to you as she's walking across the parking lot and heading inside. Eugene kind of just like stares at her.
Eugene, we can wait for that until tomorrow.
Yeah. But if she knows, like we should know, right?
Tomorrow. I want to go
She
check out
knows,
the house.
we'll know. Oh yeah, we still need to do that.
Maybe we'll find something there.
Okay. Yeah. Who's driving? I don't want to drive this time. Because my drive skill is not very good.
I'll take over.
Okay. So, most of the trip is pretty uneventful until you get to the road leading up to the house. And then it gets solid mud. So,
Don't push the truck too hard, Edgar. We don't need to break another one.
I got it.
Edgar,
I got it.
that's what you
Give
said
me
last time.
give me an intelligence and drive, please.
Oh no.
Oh no, he's got 3 dots intelligence. It's fine.
And 1 in drive.
3 successes.
Well, the good news is you don't get the truck stuck. Bad news, you do get it to the point where it won't go forward anymore. It'll go backward, it just won't go forward.
Just don't
And
even
you're
try.
still about-
Let's just go walk.
You're still about a quarter mile from the house, so it's not too far.
Eugene, do you want to stay here or come with us?
Oh, I can make it up there. It's fine.
Okay.
And all you hop out of the truck. What all are you taking? Just out of curiosity.
So, can Rose have gotten a new bag and just transferred her things over?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I imagine the
Rose-
original bag is just like was soaked along with her.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rose will take her standard stuff: rifle, ammo, flashlight, water bottle. She'll have boots because she packed some weather gear.
Okay.
Edgar's taking his rifle, his knife, both canteens, and his flashlight.
Yeah, Gladys
Okay.
is definitely dressing in the winter stuff that she, or semi-winter stuff that she packed. So hopefully some boots.
Okay. So you go walking up to this house, and you get up there, and it looks about like Opie's house. It's old. It's obviously been abandoned for years. At one point in time, it was probably nice. Moss has grown up. There's holes in the top of or in the roof. Front door is knocked down, and you just see paint and carvings everywhere on the front of this house.
Are any of them pig related?
Almost all of them. You see a lot of like piggies. You see a lot of like paintings of pigs. Somebody has taken the time to carve one of the posts into the shape of a pig, though it is very weather worn at this point and dry rotted.
I don't suppose we could tell if any of them looks remotely fresh.
Give me wits and streetwise. I feel like that makes the most sense for this.
Just one.
Okay,
3.
that's pretty good.
2.
So Edgar, there's a couple newer ones, probably the last 6 months, but doesn't look like there's a whole lot of people that come up here anymore.
Does it look like it's going to fall apart if we step inside?
No, it looks like it can handle at least 4 people, if not up to probably like 5 or 6.
Okay. So, carefully go in. Or at least up to the door and then check inside.
Okay. So you walk up to the door, and you said it's laying on the ground. Check inside. What are you checking for?
Any signs of life?
Okay. Give me an intelligence and investigate that.
Five.
4.
3.
Okay, so all 3 of you can realize that for the most part, there's not any signs of life anywhere inside. Outside, on the other hand, the cellar door seems to be not as rusty as it's supposed to be.
Is it
Give me a wits and
closed?
awareness. Give me a wits and awareness.
2.
Also 2.
3.
Okay. So, Gladys and Edgar, you don't notice anything. However, Rose, you hear a twig snap, and then you kind of look over, and there's a guy running through the woods toward the truck. He's
Guys,
got
when you get back- What?
he's got long red hair. Looks pretty unkempt, and looks like he's got a ratty, like old army jacket.
Rifles up, red-headed guy running to our truck.
Wait! Don't do that!
He just kind of looks over his shoulder, and his big old bushy beard, still that bright red hair, and just keeps on running.
Chase after him.
Okay, so how we're going to do this is stamina and athletics from Edgar, and stamina and athletics from this person, and figure out the margin of victory and how fast Edgar gets to him, essentially.
1.
He greatly outpaces Edgar.
So you can...
I got 6. What would Rose and Gladys like to do?
Just to clarify, he is running towards our truck.
Yes.
I want to fire off a warning shot a couple feet in front of him.
Okay. Give me a charisma or manipulation and intimidation, please.
5 successes.
You see him kind of flinch back, but he keeps running. He's definitely paying a lot more attention to you, though.
Next one won't be a warning shot.
And then, Gladys, what would you like to do?
Is the cellar door closed or open?
It is closed.
Do we assume the guy was staying there? Probably. She's not going to be able to make it. Just wait. I don't know.
Okay. This guy's really quick. Knows how to move through the underbrush. And he's depending on exactly what happens this round is whether or not he'll make it to the truck or not. So, what is everybody's immediate action?
Edgar's going to go on a hunch and yell, Marcus, stop.
Okay. Give me either charisma or manipulation and persuasion.
Nothing.
Doesn't even check up. Gladys, Rose?
I don't think there's anything I can do here, really.
Rose is gonna aim for the legs.
Okay. Go ahead and take that shot.
Let's see, that's dexterity and firearms.
Yep.
Oh, that's a lot. Hang on, I need to do math. That's gonna be 7 successes.
Okay. Go ahead and do this. You're gonna be mad.
Did he
He got
get 8?
eight.
With Spending a willpower, yes, he got 8. Almost like he knew where you were going to shoot. He jumps at the absolute last second, and you underneath him, and you see the tree behind him just explode. And he stops at the truck for just a second. You see him take out a knife and puncture one of the tires.
Oh, that's not
And he
where I thought I was
continues
going
on.
with that.
And you see him continue on.
That's not great. The hell happened there?
Let the old man chase after the young guy.
I am not an athletic person, okay? I am at home in a shed, or in a garage, a tool shed, workbench. I do not run.
It's okay, I don't either. That's why I learned to shoot.
I'll make a bola or something next.
Pity you didn't bring that crossbow.
I mean, I have it, but it's not really great for very long distance.
Yet.
It's gonna get a bolt attachment soon. Or net.
That'd be handy.
Should we check out downstairs?
Yeah. Maybe there's something around here we could use to patch up the tire.
Doubtful, but maybe. I'm sure I can scrounge something up.
So, heading over to the cellar door.
Yep.
Edgar's picking on his knife just in case.
Okay. You flip the latch over on the cellar door and pull it open, and it creaks, but it's not too hard to open. And you see light down there. It's not
I will
bright.
pull out the crossbow.
It's not bright. It's probably a lantern. But, yeah. Let me proceed down the stone steps.
If anyone is down here, do not shoot. We are armed as well, and we probably outnumber you.
You take some steps down. And it is silent. You hear the click, click, click on the stone steps. You come down there, and it's kind of a makeshift home. Beds, mostly pine straw, with a sheet kind of wrapping it up. It's got an old ratty pillow. And something that strikes you as odd, though, is got some clothes and some cans of food in the corner.
One of you, or one of us should probably wait at the top of the steps just in case. So we all don't get locked in here if he comes back.
Probably a good idea. I'll go.
Okay. Investigate the room for anything personal or anything that could give us a hint.
Okay. Eugene will help as well, so add 3 dice to your pool if you're going to be working together. Edgar, you roll first, and then we will have Gladys roll second.
Edgar's adding the 3, right?
Yes, you'll add the 3, and then Gladys, you'll add whatever he gets for successes.
Six successes.
Do you have that many dice?
If I could pull up my vampire dice.
Yeah, whatever you got, as long as you got enough.
I have enough.
Because what,
So
that
many
makes
dice.
14 dice for you?
Something like that. I had 7 initially.
So 13. Okay.
Wow, that's so crappy. Oh my goodness. Just 3. I'm gonna burn a willpower. No, I'm sorry. 4 initially. I'm gonna burn a willpower. That's so bad. That's so few dice. Oh, 1 more
Yeah.
success. So 5.
Okay. Well, good news. You needed 3 to actually figure out what all's in there. 5 just gives you extra stuff. However, I need to know what everybody speaks and or reads.
English.
Dutch, German, and French.
French
Oh, good.
and Latin.
Good. French. Got it. So beyond the cans of food and the clothes, which Gladys, you saw the night before, are the same clothes. And you assume probably the same cans of food.
Gladys did not really get a good look at that stuff. She was transfixed on the thing.
It was
Yeah,
Edgar
well.
and Rose that caught it.
Yeah, so Edgar. It's the same exact clothes. You assume the same cans of food. It's really hard to see from 20 feet away. However, you also find a stack of papers. Handwriting on it. Each gets a little bit worse. And Gladys, you can't read them because they're all in French. Edgar, you can read them. I'm not going to make you actually roll to interpret what they say. So the first ones, they're still scratchy. But they don't look too terrible. But they're really, really old. They say something to the effect of, "I'm so happy to have you here. I understand that you're scared of me, but in time you'll come to actually like your father." And then it kind of goes on into, "It's been 4 years and you're still scared of me. At some point, beyond necessities of life-giving properties, we really need to sit down and get to know each other." Moves on more. And at this point, it's gotten pretty bad as far as the handwriting. Thank you for finally seeing my side of the story. I didn't want to end up like this, but this is just who I am now. And then the last one, you can't really date because there's not actually a date on it. The paper is a little bit discolored and the ink's a little bit faded. So 3, 4, 5 years old, somewhere in there. And it's as per our agreement. Once a week I will see you. I will bring you food. I will bring you clothes. And I will bring you everything else that you need. But you must stay away from them. Specifically your mother. And then you see a bunch of books. Some are in English, some are in French. see some paintings down there. You see some art supplies. You see some whittling supplies. He's got a collection of knives, some antlers, some hooves, and some, like, you assume, like, deer bone, cow bone, something like that. Then Rose, can I get one more wits and awareness, please?
Sure thing.
Okay.
Four.
You're standing up there, and you're just making sure nothing sneaks up on you, and then you just hear a crack in the woods. And you kind of look over, and you just see this bright red splotch of something that's not supposed to be there. And we're going to end it right here for tonight.
Of course we are.
Yep.
Yay, cliffhangers.
Yay.
So, announcements. Go to TotalPartyCrit.com if you want to find any of our bios, any of the character bios, anything dealing with our games. I believe we have a new section on there, correct, Faye?
New
As far as,
section.
like, NPCs?
Oh, it was already up there, but it was kind of broken. It's not completed yet, but there's all of Atlanta's NPCs or the major NPCs are on there, but very little detailed about them. Detroit's coming soon.
So, yes. Working on that still, but it is up there. Has links to all of our YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of our podcasting sites that we're on. You can find it there. Has a link to DiceLegion.com where you use that link. It'll take you directly to the store. When you check out, it'll automatically apply the discount code, and you'll get some money off, and we'll get a little bit of kickback from it. So that's great. So yeah, go get yourself some new dice. You deserve it. And then finally, if you can support monetarily, by all means, we would absolutely enjoy you doing that. So go to patreon.com, which is also on there. I believe the link is at the bottom of the page, correct?
Towards the bottom, yep.
Okay. And support us monetarily if you can. If you can't, word of mouth goes a long way. Leaving reviews, subscribing, sharing, whatever it is that you still see fit, goes a long way. So please do that. If you have something to say to us, you can do that on any of the platforms that you find us on, or you can join our Discord server as well and tell us directly. But yeah, besides that, I don't think we have anything else.
No, I think that's good.
So, with that, stay safe. And next time you go out in the woods, just be careful of buckets.
Yeah, don't get pig stuff splashed on you.
Have a good night.
Farewell, everyone.
Night.